Gabbie Hanna, the controversial influencer that's had her fair share of cancellations.
You do things, Gabbie, to make people not be your friend.
Dear Gabbie Hanna, you are actually delusional.
Gabbie has crossed the line completely, and I don't know what else to do than this.
It's been a while since these dark moments.
I know that this is going to cause backlash. I know that this opens me up for any number of people to tell any number of stories about me.
Where is she now?
Because, like, no matter what I say or do, it's just, like, everything I do is twisted. Everybody's just telling me how I feel.
Funny thing. What was everybody expecting?
Gabbie would send everyone into a panic after uploading over 170 videos in a span of 3 days.
But can you imagine if Gabbie Hanna, the crucified villain of the internet from the Middle East, named after the angel Gabriel?
Her videos were random.
You could try. Why not test me? Why not test me? I am you. You are me. We are he. And he loves she.
But something appeared off.
Come on! I'm so tired.
Why was she reassuring everyone about her well-being? She had officers break into her home.
I have it on camera. I know you do too with your body cams. Do you believe that you've met your civic duty when you broke in, did an illegal search, and cuffed me?
3 different strangers on her property.
Get the fuck out of my house, now! Now! Now!
Then she suddenly wiped all evidence of her concerning week. What happened to Gabbie Hanna? And is she doing okay now?
They say the hardest part about going crazy is not knowing if you're crazy and like these serious maybe.
Before we get into the story, we'd like to thank our sponsor, RuneScape. RuneScape is a high fantasy open world MMORPG where you take on quests and build your skills alongside other online players. And now, there's a new way to enjoy the game. In a members-only event called Fresh Start Worlds, you can experience a completely reset RuneScape and play together like it's the first time. The exclusive event lasts 4 months and all players start as equals with 0 skills. The Reset World has a new economy and grand exchange. So, whether it's your first time playing or a nostalgic game from your past, Fresh Start Worlds is a great way to jump back in. During the first 8 weeks of Fresh Start Worlds, you can grow your skills at an accelerated pace with XP boosts and gameplay buffs. There are also rare tradable rewards to be earned. And all your hard work can be saved, and anytime you can transfer your new characters, progression, and rewards to the main game. Fresh Start Worlds requires a new account with a membership activated. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get 7 days of the membership through Prime Gaming, which you can use to create a Fresh Start Worlds account. Check the link in the description below to take on your RuneScape adventures with Fresh Start Worlds today. Now back to the story. Becoming famous has never been easier in the digital age. You can become an internet celebrity over something as small as a 6-second clip. And that's exactly what happened for Gabbie Hanna. Back in 2013, Vine was the TikTok of social media, a short-form video hosting service where people could share 6-second looping clips.
So I'm headed on a first date. I'm trying to decide if I should let him know that I'm crazy now or if I should let him figure it out on his own. Decisions.
Gabbie was a star.
Dad, I got $400,000. No, followers.
Her comedic skits went viral and she quickly made a name for herself.
Anyone want to hang DM me?
In 2015, Gabbie moved to LA to work for BuzzFeed to continue exploring her creativity.
It's nice to meet you guys. Alright. See ya.
During this time, she also won the 4th season of the dance competition web series Dance Showdown alongside her dance partner, Matt Stefania. When Vine closed down in 2016, Gabbie turned to YouTube to continue her passion for creation, birthing The Gabbie Show, where she would post more skits, singing, and dancing. The multi-talented Gabbie gained over 5 million subscribers on the video sharing platform. She was recognized for her artistry in 2019 when she was nominated for a Teen Choice Award for Choice Comedy Web Star. Despite being known for her wit and comedic timing, she also had a passion for art. Gabbie released 2 poetry books, Adultolescence in 2017 and Dandelion in 2020. Each book was a personal look on topics like adulting and mental health, but you may know her for her music. For better or worse, her song Monster became a viral meme.
What if I'm the monster?
Still, music would turn out to be one of Gabbie's biggest passions. Her debut single, Out Loud, would pave the way for her most recent album, Trauma Queen. But with every success, there comes failures. And for some people, those failures became viral internet drama. For Gabbie Hanna, there's no in-between. You're either a fan or someone who wants her held accountable. Over the years, Gabbie has had public feuds that some deem unforgivable. The three major creators she hurt are Joey Graceffa, Jessie Smiles, and Trisha Paytas. In June 2021, Gabbie alleged she was mistreated on the set of YouTubers Joey Graceffa and Daniel Prada's 2019 YouTube original series, Escape the Night. In a now privated video, Gabbie claimed that her ED was triggered after producers ignored her specific dietary requests, and she added she was dressed in uncomfortable clothing.
I also brought up that I was extremely uncomfortable the first season.
She also believed her character's time on the show came to an end because she got into an argument with a director. Gabbie admitted she was demanding on set, but felt the environment was toxic and she wasn't the only person contributing to it.
But I just want to let you know it's just because I was jealous of you because you're pretty.
I'm sorry I've been mean to you this entire time. It's because I'm jealous of you.
She finished her video by saying she apologized, but she wasn't respected enough by her fellow creators to get an apology back. A day later, Joey uploaded a video titled Gabbie Hanna Needs to Stop.
Spoiler alert, Gabbie was actually the nightmare.
He emphasized that all of Gabbie's needs and requirements were met while she was filming. Daniel also released his own video.
And it is just full of lies, manipulation, and delusion, and I'm here to set the record straight.
He claimed Gabbie was disrespectful and unprofessional and used her ADHD as an excuse for her behavior. A number of YouTubers backed up Joey and Daniel, calling Gabbie's videos untruthful. But one of her biggest feuds was with her former friend, Jessie Smiles. Their feud started in 2014 after Gabbie remained friends with Jessie's ex-boyfriend, Curtis Lepore, after Jessie filed a lawsuit claiming he had SA'd her. In 2019, a tweet made by one of Jessie's fans reminding the public of what Gabbie allegedly did was gaining traction, so Gabbie DM'd the fan to clear her name. The fan said Gabbie didn't believe the allegation that she chose Curtis over Jessie and needed proof. The fan then sent the conversation to Jessie. Gabbie spoke to TMZ about the drama, saying her DMs shouldn't have been made public and called Jessie a toxic friend. Jessie retweeted the interview and explained she tried to reach out to Gabbie, but once Jessie mentioned she had screenshots, Gabbie no longer wanted to speak and said that Jessie was threatening her. The truth is not a threat. Jessie also released a phone call between her and Gabbie from the previous summer in order to stop Gabbie from lying about Jessie's trauma. The call revealed Gabbie knew she did not cut Curtis from her life.
I am allowed to have friends. I'm allowed to collaborate. I can't cut everybody out of my life.
Gabbie revealed she wanted to end her life over the stress and tried to get Jessie to cooperate on a damage control post.
And I also want you to work on a public statement. I want a public apology that should never have been made public.
That's not gonna happen, so I understand.
Okay, so then we keep going.
Both women released more videos on the situation. Gabbie's now deleted video claimed Jessie had subjected her to a lot of toxic and harmful behavior. She also claimed that Jessie was running a smear campaign to make Gabbie look as bad as the person who SA'd her. Jessie responded with an 80-minute video titled Gabbie Hanna Will Never Stop.
She gave me 48 hours to talk to lawyers and decide what I was gonna do. And ultimately, I think I came up with a really reasonable compromise, which included an NDA that I said I would sign if she signed one as well. And I told her I would apologize to her, but I would not say that I lied in my video.
Jessie showed evidence in her video that Gabbie continued talking about her on multiple platforms and on many occasions.
And I have repeatedly asked this woman to stop talking about to stop talking about my trauma, to please leave this out of her narrative of whatever the she wants to talk about with me.
Jessie claimed Gabbie was dangerous for the way she distributed information online and could ultimately be a danger to others.
And she is a dangerous person to have a platform.
The feud you've likely heard about involves controversial influencer Trisha Paytas. The two participated in David Dobrik's vlog squad for around a year. Gabbie left the squad in 2017 and Trisha left the squad in 2019. In late 2019, Trisha uploaded a now deleted video called Why I Don't Trust Gabbie Hanna.
I am making this video today for one reason and one reason only, is because I want this drama to stop. This person keeps thinking I am talking shit about them. I get constant texts. I've met this person on two occasions.
Trisha alleged Gabbie spread a rumor that Trisha spread an intimately transmitted infection to their ex-boyfriend. Trisha denied having or transmitting an infection. She felt upset that Gabbie would lie and felt it wasn't Gabbie's place to inform Trisha's partner about something so personal. Things would simmer down for a while until June 2021, when BuzzFeed decided to profile Gabbie, highlighting her many online feuds. The article implied Gabbie didn't deserve all the hate she received. Trisha immediately condemned the article, calling it out for its inaccuracies. Trisha claimed they had never been friends with Gabbie and the article needed to be fact-checked. But Trisha didn't stop there. They went on a Twitter rant about Gabbie's feud with Jesse. But despite the feuds and poor choices Gabbie has made over the years, she found an audience through her music, day in my life videos, fashion transformations, story times, speaking about mental health, and much more. Accumulating nearly 8 million followers on TikTok, Gabbie seems to have found a creative space she enjoys. Bringing us to 2022, was Gabbie finally doing better? She would cause concern once again, but this time it wasn't with other people, but herself. I honestly hope you're okay, like actually okay. I'm genuinely scared for you. Someone help her, oh my god! Why was Gabbie suddenly getting so many comments like these? Was she in danger? Many people characterized her recent behavior as being in a manic state. Leading up to Gabbie's alleged mania, there was a common question being asked. Genuine question, what's your job? I've been big mad you've been famous for years, for what? And she seemed to give a lot of attention to negativity. The neck tattoo is her entire personality. Not her trying to promote her YouTube video. Your YouTube videos are just compilations of your TikToks. You're proud of that? Interesting. Nothing lasts forever, especially when she spends money so loosely. And with this negativity, there was a need to validate her success. People only hate you out of jealousy. I don't know why everyone doesn't like her. She's mad attractive. Throughout all of this, Gabbie was struggling. Just 2 months ago, on June 30th, Gabbie shared glimpses into her complicated situation. The hardest part about being a mentally ill neurodivergent adult is people who interact with you don't know you struggle to communicate and regulate emotions, so you have to just try real hard to be normal, but you've been an outcast your whole life and have found ways to survive without socializing, so you actually have no idea what normal is, and you're almost never correct and end up living in a constant state of shame and humiliation. Then, in mid-August, Gabbie disappeared from TikTok for 9 days after posting several A Day in My Life videos. Upon her return on August 22nd, Gabbie began to spiral.
You know, every time I say I'm gonna save the world, people laugh at me. But they tell us you can be anything you want, and that we have this unending power that we don't know.
She started with 8 videos speaking about God.
Root for us! I'm fighting for we, our cross to bear. Don't you want to see? Wake the up, rise the up, because he is we. He died for our sins here on earth. Hello, it's written in history.
And ranting about saving the world.
We're delusional enough that we could be the person to save the world, and then we can't. We have to save ourselves to save each other. And how are we saving ourselves if we don't believe in ourselves and the power that God gave us? Instead of laughing, why don't you pray with me? Why don't you encourage me?
There was a lot of screaming and a desire to save homeless babies.
Wake the up before we go to sleep. Wake the up. There's babies on the street.
Hypothetical questions.
What if I was the mother of God? What if I got to bring the good news of the second coming?
Concerning thoughts.
We don't make our thoughts, we choose our thoughts. Every day we have so many thoughts incoming. Oh, I hate that bitch. Punch that person in the face. Don't punch that person in the face. What if I get hit by a car? What if I hit somebody with my car? I'm safe. I'm safe. I know that because I have faith.
And unexpected responses to fans showing concern.
Help me! Help me! Wake the up! Help me! Help us!
That particular video asking others to help her went viral, receiving 8.5 million views. But was help on the way? Things would only get more concerning from here. Throughout the next 2 days, on August 23rd to 24th, Gabbie posted over 160 videos. She let her fans know she was doing okay.
I'm fine, by the way. Are you?
And implied the video she was uploading was not because she needed money for rent.
My house is paid for.
Gabbie addressed viewers calling her manic.
So many people who actually don't give a fuck
about anyone but themselves, regardless of how hard they've been lying to themselves for a very long time, are so concerned for me because I'm manic, right? As I sit in my cozy, private loft on top of my house, enjoying the sunset.
One TikToker wrote, "Most people that go through manic episodes very often become loudly religious. It's part of neurobiology." To which Gabbie responded with a shocked face and wrote, "Well, Einstein, would you look at that?" According to a 2019 study, an increased focus on religion is a possible symptom of mania and hypomania in BPD. Gabbie has admitted in past TikToks that she has BPD. The majority of her videos continue to preach about God.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee.
God gave Adam everything in the entire world for forever, and he chose Eve. And they spent eternity telling each other their love through their art and their music. Every fairy tale, all of it, all mom and dad.
She shared thoughts on the belief of the Day of Judgment.
What was everybody expecting? Like, the body of Jesus Christ to just float back down? God damn you! It is time for your judgment, everybody! Get in line! What were you expecting?
She even shared journal pieces about God, one page reading, "You are Christ, dumb." She spoke about her trust in God to prevent being possessed by bad spirits.
I know you'll keep me safe, so please don't let me do anything that you wouldn't want me to do. I trust you and you trust me. We are one. I am your daughter and I trust you. Protect me.
She continued to speak about manifestation through faith.
I used every single resource that was given to me, and that's why I am so successful. I retired at 30, just like I said I was going to when I wrote it in my journal as a teenager. Praise Jesus! We get everything we want!
She claimed to experience going to heaven and came back with a mission.
Last night I died and went to heaven. I teleported to heaven, threw a temper tantrum, came back down here to save your souls. And it was insane. It was everything they say and better. I could do whatever I wanted. And you know how I spent my night, like, for real on God? So I went outside and I screamed my lungs out the answers on how to save the world.
She continued to speak about the homeless babies.
All I care about is the babies, our future and our past.
She compared those who believe in simulation theory to those who play Sims, claiming they hate their lives, and brought in the topic of God as a solution.
The simulation theory is what happens when man can't just admit there is a God. Do you want to leave the Matrix? Or are you having fun just watching?
She claimed to know the hidden meaning behind symbols.
What if I'm not bad at grammar and punctuation, and I just understand it so much better than you, that I know how they've been used, the symbols, throughout time? And I thought 7 is an interesting number. The 7 deadly sins, demons, spirits. Oh.
She even spoke about the meaning behind her name.
I am Gabrielle. I am Gabrielle. Angel Gabriel. I am Hannah, Arabic translation John. 3 brothers of 4 took the name Gabriel.
She spoke about how she wanted love to find her, but not in the typical fairy tale way.
I learned from my mistakes, and my prince isn't saving me from my castle. He's coming to my nest, 'cause I am humble. I am kind. I am a mother.
Gabbie's videos got progressively more concerning when she touched on controversial topics. She shared unfiltered and controversial opinions about mental conditions, claiming she cracked the code and the power of Christ compels her.
Why are you so accepting of the idea of dissociative identity disorder, where little kids decide that they can switch personalities whenever they want, and they all have different names and wear different clothes, and they have their own little room in the house that you built in your mind, and here's how you get to it? I feel like someone else now. Did you meditate and create something with your imagination? It's almost as if you create your own reality. And because you don't have faith in God.
She continued pointing to faith as the answer when she called out former YouTuber Jenna Marbles. The video was deleted shortly after.
Jenna Marbles is what happens when you have faith when you start and then you lose it.
She also called out Colson Baker to repent. For context, he has been in his own share of controversies, such as making inappropriate comments about girls under 18. Gabbie made comments about God many people wouldn't dare say.
God does have dark humor. He is a sick just like us. He made us in his image.
She made claims about powers and witchcraft.
You think that God would give us all of this, all of it, and only Satan could use it? You think that only evil spirits can possess a human being? Or could you call on the Holy Spirit?
She even posted a video dedicated to her exes, seeming to make a reference to God. All my exes are their pants right now, LMAO. You're safe, dude, chill, we all are. She made claims about the color of her skin and the location of her birth.
It's actually kind of stressful being a woman of color, a young woman of color, in a white as fuck rich neighborhood. I'm Middle Eastern. I traveled from Lebanon.
This shocked people, as Gabbie has openly referred to herself as being white. However, Gabbie is partially Lebanese, along with Polish and French. Still, people were quick to point out that Gabbie grew up in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, seeming to suggest she may not face the same struggles as POC who grew up in their home country or in a more racially diverse area. Gabbie also addressed concern from her past, explaining why she may have offended another race.
I grew up in a black neighborhood. I rode the school bus alone. I was the only white girl on my school bus. And here's a bit of irony. They made me sit in the front. All the cool kids sat in the back, and they bullied the fuck out of me because I wasn't like them. But my best friends at school were still the black girls because they were the kindest. They grew up with less than the white girls. But I didn't fit anywhere because I was poor, but I was white, but I was also Middle Eastern, so I wasn't white. But I wasn't black, so I was still white. We used words like ashy and nappy to describe dry skin or knots in our hair. And then I went to college and somebody called me a racist because I said nappy hair. I've been calling my hair nappy for literally 18 years at that point, and I was confused because I thought nappy just meant I have to brush my hair, and I thought that ashy just meant that I needed to put on lotion. But I guess only black girls can say those words.
At some point, Gabbie also went on TikTok Live and made very confusing commentary. She started off by ranting about single parents.
Mothers are always left to raise their babies alone when the father leaves.
Gabbie then claims the mother gets through it by depending on God. Then the content suddenly shifts to race.
And that white man were like, uh-oh, black people are powerful. That's scary.
Gabbie said because POC are powerful, the Caucasians took over their land. She justified their behavior by saying Caucasian people aren't evil, they just weren't born near Jesus. As Gabbie continued uploading, some people noticed she entered a contest, suggesting her recent uploads may have been a skit. Gabbie did not confirm or deny the speculation, but she would discuss the prize money, seeming to guilt her followers for her loss. This upset many people, who then compared Gabbie to abusive parents and narcissistic parents. With the never-ending uploads and the sudden obsession with talking about God and saving the world, mixed with yelling and dancing, people were truly worried. "Baby, you really need to talk to someone you trust because I'm genuinely scared for you," one fan commented. Gabbie approached her housekeeper to provide an answer.
I have a question. Are you scared of me?
No.
Are you scared for me?
No.
Do you trust me?
Yeah.
Do you love me?
You in my heart. Me, I love it. Come here. I peace. You bless.
Thank you. You bless me.
You bless.
No, you're blessed.
Yeah, pero God bless.
You did that for me.
I feeling you bless everything.
You did that for me.
Yeah.
You helped me.
Yes.
I love you.
I love you.
But people were concerned with Gabbie's well-being because at one point she began yelling over a small topic. The video was deleted shortly after.
Eggs or sandwich today? What do you want to eat?
Oh.
What do you want for lunch?
Me, todo me gusta.
No, you tell me.
Okay, good. Sandwich.
What do you, sandwich?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
sandwich.
I'll go to the store. I'll come back and I'll make some. Love you.
Some people showed concern for Delilah and told Gabbie to not bother her housekeeper while she was working. But the pair did seem to be okay, ending the lunch debate with a hug.
Delilah, you saved my life. You don't have to say thank you anymore.
Yeah. Thank you for finding you.
Besides Delilah, was there anyone else helping Gabbie? The neighbors. They overheard Gabbie screaming and called for a wellness check, but Gabbie wasn't impressed, implying they should have called sooner. Can you believe someone heard me screaming bloody murder in my backyard in the middle of the night and they didn't check in on me? They waited till the next afternoon to send them? Gabbie revealed the officers allegedly let her go back in her home on one condition.
I'm going to follow through on my promise to the officer and post this video and tell you guys again that I'm okay. Are you?
But Gabbie seemed to question why the officers weren't more empathetic. She also shared what the officers wrote about her situation.
And they left me a card. DID, not meet the criteria for hold. Will contact PR with update.
Then things went from bad to worse. Gabbie let in a stranger.
Hey, Nicholas, do you mind being on camera or you don't want to?
I don't mind.
Gabbie explained Nicholas showed up at her door feeling a little lost and asked to use her washroom.
I'm so happy I met you this morning.
Yes.
Thank you for knocking on my door, Nicholas.
Yes.
You are a brother in Christ.
Brother in Christ.
They ended up praying together, which Gabbie said was really nice. They also had plans to go outside for a run together. As this was happening, Gabbie told a friend about the situation who expressed concern.
And his text was, Gab, listen to me now. Get that man out of your house. How do you feel about that?
That's rude.
It's kind of rude, isn't it?
Fans shared the same concern. I feel like I'm an accessory to a crime that's about to unfold watching this. Gabbie, he didn't come over to go for a run in jeans. Fans became even more nervous when they saw Nicholas following Gabbie around the house as she created TikTok videos. But Gabbie seemed fond of Nicholas, at least at first. The new friends danced together.
Nicholas, how happy are we?
So happy.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Gabbie called Nicholas a lost angel. Gabbie was intrigued with Nicholas's behavior.
Wanna laugh your ass off? This is a stranger. Do what you just did.
Share my water with you.
Literally. Bots.
But it would only take 13 TikToks until Gabbie realized something was off about Nicholas.
By the way, Nick,
Yes.
I know you know who I am. Come on. Why did you lie to me this whole time? Why did you lie to me? That's for my acne, you dumb c***. Get the f*** out of my house. Now. Now. Now!
Upset about the situation, Gabbie uploaded a video flipping off the camera and pointed to God for saving her.
Daddy always protects his little f***ing Ruby baby girl. Don't ever f***ing forget it.
As the day was coming to an end, Gabbie began tearing up while sharing childhood traumas of almost passing away on 2 separate occasions. She explained praying to God saved her in those difficult moments. Gabbie ended the day on a desperate tone, claiming God gave her the answers to fix the housing crisis, economy, and ocean. She seemed to ask others to believe her.
I really need support right now because I did the right research. I performed the right rituals with a clear heart and mind and body, and I saved our babies. Like, do you guys understand? Can anyone understand?
The last TikTok on August 24th would shock everyone. Someone just broke into my house. Please just pray for me just in case, Gabbie wrote. Who broke into Gabbie's home? Most people's immediate thought was Nicholas. Gabbie stopped uploading for the rest of the day, so everyone turned to Nicholas for answers, and things got messy. Nicholas already uploaded 6 TikToks showcasing the outside and inside of Gabbie's home.
Alright everybody, I'm literally inside of the house right now.
He explained his intentions of going to Gabbie's house, but they weren't very well thought out.
I honestly would like to help. I don't know what to do though. So if anybody has any suggestions, I'm here. Everybody says somebody needs to help her.
Nicholas went on TikTok Live, showing that he was not in Gabbie's home. He took this time to answer questions, but his explanations only upset more people.
The most important question is Gabbie okay? That is the most important question, and I don't know the answer because she kicked me out.
He confirmed he is not related to Gabbie and this was not a stunt. He explained how he found her address and why he decided to go to her home.
I was at home and I was seeing the viral, everybody was talking about it, that Gabbie Hanna's, having a breakdown. And just out of curiosity, I did a little Google search and I found out she lived really close to me. And when I noticed that it seemed like she was all alone and nobody was helping her, I recognized what she was doing as something that I've seen before, and I went over to try to break her out of that cycle and maybe shed some light, like all these people were saying, somebody go help her.
Nicholas clarified he does not have any professional qualifications to perform wellness checks, but he still wanted to help her. He explained he felt okay uploading videos of Gabbie's home because she was publicly sharing videos of the 2 of them together inside her home, and Gabbie had welcomed him in her home. Nicholas also added,
why did I film content there? Life is content.
Nicholas said he left his ID at Gabbie's house, but he wasn't scared because he believed he didn't do anything illegal. Nick explained after he used the washroom, Gabbie seemed to be okay with him staying in her home as she offered him coffee. Nick also explained Gabbie was the one who asked him to go for a run with her. He explained he did not break in but was invited in and uploaded a TikTok as evidence, but whether it was in his favor was questionable.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Think I can use your bathroom?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Come on.
Thank you.
Hey, there's my name.
My name's Nick.
Nick?
Nice to meet you.
Right there is
Right
okay.
here?
Right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Viewers quickly pointed out their concerns. She didn't even have time to process and think about it before you entered her home. This is so wrong. You can literally hear her gasp. Entering under false pretense. She is not in a state to give consent. You should have said, I'm a fan, I'm just here to check up on you and make sure you're doing okay because everyone has been concerned. How are you? I think when most folks said someone should help her, that they meant someone she knows. On the flip side, some people were glad Nick tried to help her. Nick also allowed viewers to join his live to ask questions or make comments. One TikToker who has experienced psychotic events complimented Nick.
I don't think what you did was wrong. I think that nobody else had the balls to do what you did. The cops aren't going to do anything for her. Maybe you showing up was hopefully enough of a wake-up call for her to realize that she's not in a right state, that she let a stranger come into her house. And I think people are pissed off for the wrong reason. These people have no idea what they're protecting. And you're a danger to yourself when you're psychotic.
The next day, on August 25th, Gabbie revealed she was safe and the people who broke into her home were 5 officers who cuffed and detained her. She said when the break-in happened, she heard a loud bang. Gabbie explained she initially thought Nicholas had broken back in and the armed patrol service she pays for had wounded him, but it turned out the officers were called to her home because of her TikToks. Gabbie said the officer sent 2 psych evaluation specialists who tried to take her to the hospital, but later decided there was no need as she was deemed sane. Throughout the next few days from August 25th to 28th, Gabbie uploaded over 60 videos continuing to talk about God and her encounter with the police. She spoke about officers who busted through the back door of her home.
They came in and they did a quick little search, and then I came down the stairs. They wouldn't tell me why I was being detained. They cuffed me, and then they demanded that I drink water. So I had to drink water behind my back, and I took a sip, and they said, no, drink more water. So I spilled a little on my chest, and he put his hand on his f***ing hip, as if he was gonna me. I'm in my own home, with my hands cuffed behind my back, with 5 bullies with and then they wouldn't let me do anything else. They wouldn't let me talk. Well, they would, but they mocked me the whole time. Do you believe that you've met your civic duty when you broke in, did an illegal search, and cuffed me? I have it on camera. If you forget, I'll show you.
Gabbie posted a video for the officers to show she was doing okay.
Are we okay?
Totally.
We're fine. I told them I'm hanging out in my backyard with a friend, smoking. He brought his instruments and his dogs. Can I exercise my right to free speech in the United States of America and express and practice my religion? Or should I move back to the Middle East like you want us immigrants to do? Oh, it was my ancestors that were immigrants.
Gabbie also asked 2 of the officers if they found Nicholas, but they allegedly didn't even know his name. At least it seemed Gabbie was with a friend now, right? The man with the dogs, he was another stranger, but Gabbie seemed to believe his intentions were pure. Gabbie revealed the stranger drove an hour and a half with his dogs to check on Gabbie's well-being after seeing her worrisome TikToks, but it wasn't an easy entrance for him. Gabbie claimed her neighbor called the police on him because his dogs were barking while he was waiting in the car, but Gabbie seemed to suggest the neighbor was frightening the dogs.
They literally walked by his van and they were like, see, do you hear it?
Gabbie also revealed she helped a female stranger she saw at her neighbor's fence who allegedly had scars. The woman told Gabbie she got ghosted, so Gabbie invited her into her home, but Gabbie kicked her out when she noticed the woman changed into a bikini.
And she was shifting in her seat. I was in a sweater. I was fine. And that was my cue to say, sorry, Daddy says you have to go. And then she tried to go back in my house to change back into her clothes, and I said, no. Daddy says you have to go, and now you'll never get to come back.
Gabbie also spoke about 2 different officers that were knocking at her door during the day. She decided not to go home and hang out with her friend at their house. She also posted a video explaining she was not seeking help from officers.
I haven't called 911 once. In fact, if you'd like, I can show you the footage of every single time I asked you to please stop coming to my house and to ignore them. So why don't you go to my neighbor's house who called the cops on the dogs? Literally, they called the cops on the dogs. 911 abuse, the colored girl in the suburban area.
Gabbie's last few posts showed herself hosing down her car, but she looked shocked as the water appeared to take on a life of its own. But there was something pressing that people were worried about. One viewer wrote, "Ma'am, respectfully, we're in a water drought." For context, California, where Gabbie resides, is experiencing drought. Gabbie didn't seem to worry about the water shortage and shared the water cycle song, seeming to suggest the rain would come soon. She also shared a theory claiming the water shortage was due to alleged water tanks underground. Also during this time, a fan turned to Nicholas to question if he stole Gabbie's Cartier bracelet, which she allegedly couldn't find. Nick shared proof that he was at the broad on August 22nd wearing his own Cartier bracelet.
Here's zoomed in so you can see the bracelet a little. Here's another picture zoomed in where you can see me wearing the bracelet. My literal same tattoos that I have, obviously. Some more pictures of me at the broad, bracelet right there. Yeah, so I had a good time at the broad and I did not steal anybody's bracelet. Didn't hurt anybody.
For context, Nick was at Gabbie's house on August 24th, so he shared proof of owning a Cartier bracelet prior to ever entering Gabbie's home. Then, Gabbie went silent from August 29th to September 1st. On September 2nd, Gabbie deleted nearly all her videos from her alleged manic episode and posted a TikTok promoting her new album.
Yes, this album was my villain era.
Over the next few days, Gabbie addressed the deleted videos and confirmed what everyone had speculated.
Yes, I was manic. I am bipolar, but I've never experienced a manic state. I've only ever experienced a hypomanic state.
For context, BPD can cause extreme mood swings, which include emotional highs, mania or hypomania, and extreme lows, depression, according to the Mayo Clinic. Gabbie explained the difference between hypomania and mania.
Both are elevated moods and energy levels, but mania is generally more dangerous to your health and well-being. So that would include reckless driving, gambling or reckless spending, unprotected sex with multiple partners, binges, alcohol binges. Whereas mania, you might just stay up for days and days and days working on something, or you'll definitely be more irritable, right? They also last different amounts of times. I believe hypomania is around 4 days and mania is about a week. And then there's some other factors such as delusions and hallucinations.
Gabbie said her manic state got the most intense when Nicholas came to her home. Before that, she claimed to be in a hypomanic state and was just talking about things she cares about. Gabbie also shared details that revealed a different timeline from what Nicholas had shared online. She alleged Nicholas said he was going to soil himself, but held it in because there were children on the street. So Gabbie let him in to use the washroom.
And no matter what happens to me, I still fight so hard to just try to do the right thing and the kind thing, because I don't want to be one of those people who turns people away in their moment of need.
Gabbie said she could see he had no dangerous items on him and took precautions by filming his face, asking for his name, and getting him to leave DNA in her home in case she needed to press charges.
I put his name and his face on the internet, so I'm like, there's no way this guy could be that dumb to do something. I feel pretty protected. People in and around my house, I had the windows open.
After Nick came out from the bathroom, Gabbie alleged Nick asked to hang out. She declined and told him she was going for a run. Nick allegedly asked to join and Gabbie declined once more, explaining her runs are her alone time where she is able to meditate, think, and pray. Nick allegedly asked to pray with her. This is different from Nick's version of the story, where he claimed Gabbie offered him coffee and asked him to join her on a run, implying that she was okay with his presence at the beginning. But post-mania, Gabbie claimed after the prayer, she started posting TikToks featuring Nick for her own safety. She started to feel unsafe when Nick allegedly crossed a boundary by following her upstairs when she asked him to stay downstairs. As videos of Nick went online, Gabbie's friends contacted her to tell her Nick was posting videos inside her home and to get him out.
So I was like, okay, let me get this kid the out of my house. So after I kicked him out of my house, I was pretty shaken and hurt, to be honest, because this city is so evil, straight up. I was upset. I just put on some music. I went in my room. Sorry, I'm trying not to get emotional about this, but it is upsetting.
Shortly after Nick left, the police break-in happened, which Gabbie had already explained. But this time, she shared her speculations about Nicholas.
So then I'm like, oh my God, was this kid actually a murderer or on the run. That would make total sense. They literally wouldn't tell me anything, so my mind is just filling in all these blanks.
Gabbie shared her frustrations, claiming the officers did not have any internal communication because more officers would show up at her place frequently, despite already telling previous officers that she was okay.
They're not trained to do this, and police should not be called if somebody is in like a mental health crisis.
Gabbie then revealed how the police's behavior affected her life.
Because I'll tell you what, the cops for the past month are what triggered me into my very first manic episode. Because I wasn't in a mental health crisis until I was like being bullied by people with guns about a mental health crisis.
Gabbie shared an important detail about her state of mind at the time.
I think an important piece of this story too that I should acknowledge is that I was high as fuck.
Gabbie said the mind-altering substances are good for her when she's relaxing, creating, or meditating, but when there are police with dangerous items on them and people like Nick who allegedly lie to get into her home, she feels triggered.
You're also triggering all these trauma responses because I do have CPTSD, and y'all, I've been through some
She explained how her stories about her near-death experiences were real, and added that she has many more traumas. She said she still believes in God, angels, psychic mediums, and aliens, but would stop smoking the mind-altering substance because it was too intense given the recent manic episode. Gabbie said she had received therapy on dealing with hypomania before, but she would be looking for another therapist to deal with mania. Despite the difficult journey in the past week, Gabbie decided to look at the situation with optimism. She said the silver lining to her experience was being able to be a spokesperson for mental health.
And as far as mania or hypomania goes, just because somebody's manic doesn't mean they're dangerous to themselves or anybody else. Just because somebody's saying things in a way that you don't like does not mean that they're dangerous, and does not mean that you should be calling the police and putting their life in danger and wasting the resources.
Gabbie explained if she wasn't a sane, healthy person, she could have reacted more chaotically and gotten hurt or taken away to a mental hospital. She said she doesn't need to be locked away, forced to take medication, or be supervised at all hours. She just wants to live in her home. However, it's important to note that not everyone has a safe manic experience. According to the Cleveland Clinic, you may require hospitalization if you have severe hallucinations or delusions, or to prevent you from harming yourself or others. If yourself or someone you know is looking to prevent mania, Healthline recommends prescription medications, psychotherapy, or group therapy. Gabbie revealed she is dealing with many mental health issues like agoraphobia, severe anxiety, OCD, ADHD, and CPTSD.
I'm not a danger to myself or anybody else.
She had a message for those who were calling the police for a wellness check.
But I do appreciate anybody's concern if you called out of concern, but please don't do that. Thank you.
Gabbie addressed why she deleted most of her manic episode videos.
There were so many of them. I feel like that's why a lot of people were calling me manic in the first place, which was actually really triggering and probably took me out of a hypomanic episode and into a manic episode.
She said she didn't take the time to adequately express herself and missed the mark in creating performance art that people could understand. Gabbie explained she wasn't faking her mania and has never faked anything to promote a project. Gabbie also addressed the 3 strangers she let into her home: Nick, Caitlin, and the man with the dogs. She said she believed Nick was sent to her as a test, presumably by God, but she believed she could defend herself easily if it came down to it. She said she was kind to Caitlin, the girl with the scars, because she thought Caitlin was a ghost who needed help to cross over. Gabbie said she was in a manic delusion and thought the world was ending at the same time. She said the man with the dogs was the only one who made her feel safe, so safe that she let him sleep in her backyard. And, of course, people didn't forget about all the controversial things Gabbie said while she was manic. Could Gabbie redeem herself from these inner thoughts that got exposed? She addressed the hair situation, explaining she was not saying it in a racist way.
Intent and your heart matters. Like in this situation, I didn't call my hair nappy. I was giving an anecdote of when a white girl told me that I was racist in college for using words that both white girls and black girls alike used growing up.
Gabbie argued we need to look at the bigger things in life instead of creating friction.
And then we're arguing over the difference of cultural appropriation versus cultural appreciation. And in the meantime, there's literally people dying in countries without food and water.
She also addressed her TikTok live about single mothers and Caucasians taking land from POC.
What I meant by that is statistically, Black families do have single parent homes. And because of that, we as a society need to fix the socioeconomic problems and inequalities, because the disparities in single parent households between Black versus white communities has nothing to do with melanin and everything to do with opportunities and education afforded to those in those areas.
Gabbie addressed her comments towards the DID community. She claimed she did not invalidate the community, but apologized for how she delivered her words.
I am apologizing for this because it was worded so poorly. So here was my intention. So as somebody who really thought they had DID and has pretty severe CPTSD, this was my way of reframing the situation that made it not a mental illness.
Gabbie explained the human brain is so powerful that trauma can fracture your personality into many pieces and create characters of who you want to be in those situations. She said for people with DID that have scary characters in their mind, they can try to reframe their thinking to believe they are in control of their own mind. Throughout all of these explanations, one thing was clear. Gabbie was really bothered by Nicholas. But why weren't their stories aligning? Who was telling the truth? Nicholas eventually addressed the rumors on TikTok in a 4-part series. He claimed he did not break in and enter Gabbie's home under false pretenses.
False pretenses only occurs when you actually go into a property and then commit some other crime, which I clearly didn't do.
He also alleged Gabbie was lying about what he did.
After I used the bathroom, she invited me to stay for coffee, and I know that in some of her videos she said that I was asking her to stay, but none of that's true. She asked me to pray, she asked me to go on a run, she asked me to stay for coffee, she asked me to go upstairs. She never told me any of those things that she said in her videos.
He denied doxing Gabbie because her address and pictures of her home are already online.
Doxing requires you to reveal previously unknown information.
And explained that although Gabbie's license plate was shown in one of his videos, it was not legible. Nicholas also added that Gabbie shared her own license plate in a TikTok video and explained it wasn't something to worry about.
But you can't even get any information from a license plate, at least in the United States.
This is somewhat true. According to the Driver's Privacy Protection Act, DPPA, there are restrictions on who can retrieve personal information based on a license plate. Some examples of permissible uses are used by any government agency, insurance companies, matters of vehicle safety or theft, and much more. Nicholas said people were bringing up his criminal record from 10 years ago, but he reassured everyone it wasn't serious.
I'm originally from Texas, and I got arrested for weed, and that's something that a lot of people have done, and I don't think that makes me a bad person. People were making up all sorts of lies about kidnapping charges and things of that nature, but I don't know what they're talking about, and none of that is true.
Nicholas denied going through Gabbie's medication.
I didn't go through anybody's medication. You can see in the video that it was literally sitting on the counter.
He said he would never force anyone to take medication, he just wanted to talk to her about it in the chance that she realizes she had forgotten to take medication or needed a doctor checkup. He explained Gabbie lied about the type of medication it was.
And just FYI, it wasn't acne medication like she says in that video.
Nicholas also said when Gabbie asked him to leave,
"Get the f*** out of my house, now! Now! Now!"
he left right away. Nicholas ended the series by explaining the reason he was at Gabbie's house in the first place.
But I really did want to help her, and everybody thinks they know what to do in that situation, but when it comes down to it, I was the only one that actually went and did something.
He said no one went to help her, which shows what kind of position she's in, implying that people weren't willing to help because she's a controversial figure.
I personally believe that no matter what somebody has done, they always deserve help, and you should step in to help somebody if you feel like you can help.
Nicholas also apologized.
And I want to apologize for how everything went down. It obviously could have gone better.
Gabbie has not responded to Nicholas's counterclaims. And with that, it appears Gabbie is back to her usual self, sharing her dancing, answering questions, and having fun. But people will never stop questioning Gabbie's unpredictable journey. What do you think about people saying this was all for the album? You're a lying, narcissistic, selfish little girl. This is the story of Gabbie Hanna, the woman who constantly finds herself in trouble.
You guys are boring and dumb.
But still finds a way to move forward.
Enjoy what's here. You know what Gabbie Hanna did? She did her best. Gabbie Hanna won.
Before you go, remember to click our link in the description below and join Fresh Start Worlds to take on your RuneScape adventures today.